Hey, Pip. Okay, guys, so I only about halfway know what I'm doing here. But we got this little set up. This is some, I don't know, food container barrel or whatever. If you look on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist for your area and just type in, you know, drums and barrel or drum barrel, 50-gallon barrel, you'll find a person that's selling barrels. And what they do is they get them from manufacturers, food, all kinds of stuff, you know, and oil, doesn't matter. They go places to get them, to like oil refineries or not, I don't know. Anyways, they get them and then they sell them to you. Like this barrel right here, I think was $15. A regular 55-gallon barrel, like your, hey Louie dog, hey Luke, go get the phone. All right, so anyways, find barrels. So this is a smaller barrel. I believe it's 15 gallons, I think. And I currently have it chock full of pecan. So I'm going to be making some pecan charcoal. I know that you need a vent. Hopefully that'll be enough. That's about a 1/2 inch hole. So there we go, that's all sealed up. Now let's take a look at the barrel that's, I got a fire going in. All right, so right here is a burn barrel. I poked holes all in the bottom of it, in the actual bottom, as well as around the sides towards the bottom. So this is so that the fire can breathe, as well as whenever you're using these things, like I use this is my original burn barrel, it gets full of stuff, and it rains, and that all that ash gets full of water and moisture. That moisture has to be able to drain out, and so the more holes that you have in it, really, I mean, I guess there's a breaking point, but you put a lot of holes in it so that all that water and moisture can drain out, air can get in there and continue to dry out that ash. If you don't do that, this burn barrel will rust out in a matter of months, you know, like 3 or 4 months, not long at all. But if you do it, what you'll get, like this burn barrel right here, I think I've probably been using for over a year, like significantly more than a year, like 1.5 years or something like that. So, but anyways, this one is set up. I needed something, this one had too much junk in it. I didn't have enough depth, I didn't feel like. So I'm going to take that now, I'm going to put it in there, and then I'm going to take all this scrap wood, and I'm going to put around the sides. There we go. Got all this scrap wood that is just going to get burnt anyways. And it's going to burn up here. Might as well make some charcoal out of that good pecan. We'll see how it works. Y'all got to see this. Check it out. It's like a little torch coming out of that hole. That's all the gases from inside that little barrel escaping. And as they escape, they're being set on fire by the heat that's around it. It's just constant. At first, it started out, it was like poof, 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 right? But now, it's just coming out, it's just pouring out. So that means we got whatever's inside there nice and hot. And I think that's probably the key to making this charcoal. We don't want it to burn, but we've got to burn it. It's an odd situation. All right, so it is the next day. There's the barrel. I burnt it. I kept the fire going for about 6 hours, which was really not that difficult to do. You didn't have to mind it a whole bunch because the sticks are going down lengthwise and they're burning from the bottom up kind of, and they keep falling down in there. And so it took care of itself. So, but I did keep it going actively for about 6 hours. And then I quit feeding it anymore. And it's the next day and I'm about to see what's going on. So here we go. Hold on. Like a lot of this pecan, I did not take my time with it and get it all nice, uniform little pieces. Some of the pieces towards the bottom are quite large. So I'm interested to see if it's just going to break apart and be good charcoal or what. Okay. There we go. That is charcoal. That is charcoal. Like I said, they were large pieces, very large pieces. I think that I could have gotten by because it's really brittle, which I am assuming, I can only assume that it might have been slightly overcooked. Boy, you can't see anything with that, can you? Yeah. But, I'm sure that's going to work great. Some of those pieces in the bottom were very big, very large. So the next time I do this, I'm only going to cook it for about 4 hours. And we'll see how that goes. Because it really broke up small. So, but anyways, yeah. Worked out great. Alright, can't wait to use this stuff. Alright guys, later. Another thing that I wanted to mention here is how much I actually got. So this thing was, you know, completely full. I could barely get the lid on. And so now it's a little bit more than half full. I would say we're probably at about 55 or 60%. So, and yeah, great. That's great. Now, would I recommend you guys doing this? Out of curiosity, yeah, I would. But out of practicality, nah, this ain't practical. Charcoal's cheap. Now, I mean, maybe if you're using, you know, this much charcoal 4 times a day, maybe it'd be worth the effort. I don't know. But like with me, I already had the scraps laying around. I was going to burn them anyways. So might as well make some charcoal. And, we will probably try doing this and just putting some of it in the garden. Because I hear biochar is really good for the garden. I know my dad has put ashes in the garden all my life. And we put our ashes in there too. But I guess there's some kind of difference between actual charcoal. They call it biochar. Whatever. The only real difference probably is they'll make it out of any kind of wood. Which brings me to the next point. This is supposed to be done with hardwood. I don't think anybody's making pine charcoal for cooking. I don't know. The sap might not work out too well and stuff. Anyways, it might make a bunch of tar in the bottom of your barrel. Again, I'm rambling. See ya. All right, so here we are, guys. I'm actually cooking with it, and yeah, it is charcoal. It lit like charcoal. It's burning like charcoal. It's cooking like charcoal. I made charcoal. That's pretty cool.